What's going on, everyone? This one is an exciting one. We get to return back to old HERA green today and utilize all of our fancy new specters in the recent sets, as well as some new additions from set 5 specifically that are hoping to hype up HERA to make it actually something we can win some games with. Before we dive into the list here, a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you for supporting the channel. But we got to talk about this list, guys. What is actually new? Well, we have the brand new Ezra Bridger, which is, by the way, an absolutely fantastic card. We also have brand new Protect the Pod and Kellerin Beck, as well as Gunji. Now, there's a couple of reasons why. Protect the Pod, a little bit of removal, something that is just kind of works well with the curve that we're running here. Really, we have a lot of 3-drops, and oftentimes those 3-drops are going to get pretty big butts, and so that can be pretty nice, especially if you have Ezra. You can even put experience tokens on things and make them even larger. But also Kellerin Beck here is an absolutely amazing late game kind of recoup the board type of play, or just finisher, kind of seal the deal. And then Gunji is kind of a unique one, because one of the things that we have in our list is Sabine's Masterpiece. And I know it says 2 here. We should have 3 copies of this, and then 1 copy of Blue Leader. So that'll be fixed when we actually play the games. But this one being ECL'd out here with the command just makes it absolutely incredible. And we are running ECL because we're basically using it in the first couple of turns. We're going to be ECL out things like Ezra Bridger, or things like Sabine's Masterpiece, or things like Kanan or Sabine, just in the early game to kind of get us to the later portions of the game, to get our ghosts down, to get Sentinel everywhere, or to get to things like, just a little bit of removal and then close out the game that way. That's kind of the game plan. Of course, double green also allows us to run command, which is getting a little bit weaker, especially with all the uniques. I mean, if you look at this deck alone, we have basically every card being unique with the exception of Sundari Peacekeeper and Battlefield Marine. So you can't use it as a removal option as much anymore, but getting experience and ramping is still very, very good. And so it's still a solid card worth playing. But we're going to see if we can dive in and win some games today. Well, let's see what we can do with HERA. All right, off to a pretty stellar start here in game number 1. We've got ourselves probably a hard control trench matchup, which honestly kind of stinks. Don't really want to be fighting hard control right now, but you know what? That's how the cookie crumbles. We got Kanan and Protect the Pod as resources. Honestly, the Spark Rebellion actually looks pretty excellent, so I'm excited about that. We'll see what they've got. They're just going to go ahead and claim initiative here. We got Sundari Peacekeeper and the Ghost. I think I'm just going to get rid of the Sundari Peacekeeper. Oh, wow. Merciless Contest. Oh, boy. This is going to be a fun one, my friends. It'll be a fun one. I know that for sure. All right. Here comes another Merciless Contest. Wow. Takedown. Even better. Let's go Battlefield Marine and Spark here. They've got no glory, vigilance. Wow, what a game plan. All right, we'll take one of them and then we'll just pass. We've got command here, which I'll resource one of them, and then I suppose we'll just play out the ghost. They're gonna know glory. Oh, they got Bazine. Bazine's fine. I don't care about Bazine. I don't really care about Bazine at all. They're just gonna smuggle that away. What are they taking? They discarded the ghost? I'm actually totally fine with that, because what I'm going to do is go 2 experience tokens and resource, because now I can deploy the HERA and then get in for some damage. Restock, huh? They're going to restock. So they've got no glory, and they've got a vigilance is what they've got in hand, most likely. We're just going to get in some damage here. This is May, right? Yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack. We'll resource one of the timelies, and then we'll just play out a Kellerin Beck. And then hopefully they don't draw Super Laser Blast or anything like that, because we're just going to try to rush them down here. That is our game plan. Ooh, Vigilance. Wow, heal 5. Okay, cool. Let's go with Kellerin Beck. We grab... Ooh, Sabine's Masterpiece seems great. Happy about that one. Happy about that one. We will attack in for 4. Experience over here. Attack in for 5. We will pass. Ooh, another Kellerin Beck. That's great. We'll just keep resourcing these timelies. Oh man, they have Evacuate, huh? Well, we're gonna go with Kellerin Beck again, and drop in the Sabine's Masterpiece. So they did happen to have Evacuate. They did happen to draw one of the cards that we were a little bit more worried about. unfortunate. It is what it is. It happens. Hopefully they don't have a super laser blast now. And of course they do. Of course they drew into evacuate and super laser blast. I mean, who wouldn't draw into super laser blast and evacuate? All right, let's go Keller and Beck again, and let's try out Kanan. Yeah, Kanan seems pretty good. Just highest power available. We got another Sabine's Masterpiece. Ezra, I mean, I don't even know what I want to resource here. I think I'll resource the Sabine. Yeah, seems fine to me. Fell the Dragon. Sure, let's attack. We'll discard some cards. Got a Bounty Hunter crew. Sure, they got no glory. I mean, we're going to flood the board here. We're going to go Battlefield Marine, Gunji, Ezra, Sabine's Masterpiece, pass. And then hopefully they didn't draw another, Wrath effect. I mean, they drew 2 after not having anything. Bounty Hunter crew, knock out the Battlefield Marine seems reasonable here. We are going to attack with the Sabines. How do we want to do this? If they're ambushing first, I think it's probably attack with Ezra first. I'm going to go for maximum damage here. I think if they're Bounty Hunters crew, I'm okay with that. Especially since the Bounty Hunters crew got the super laser blast. So now I get to attack. I get to heal, give an experience over to the Gunji, and then we attack in for 3. And then they're in the same spot as before with a super laser blast here. And, we restart the whole game plan over again. That is life right now. We're going to go Kanan. All right, they have power of the dark side. Okay, we're going to go Sabine. And then we will go Sabine's Masterpiece, pass, another Sabine. I mean, I'm just going to keep my cards in hand, and we're going to see if we can battle through what they've got, right? Kind of obnoxious, these types of games, Just what happens. Okay, let's get in for some damage with Sabine. They kind of have to answer. That is another no glory used here. They're going to deploy Trench, huh? They have to discard. I mean, I guess we'll discard the Vigilance. Wait. Yeah, draw one of the remaining cards, discard the other. So discard, Super Laser Blast, Vigilance, I think. And then they're going to discard the Perilous Position. Sure. Let's go with Sabine Wren, because now that gives us 2 units on the board. Okay, we defeat Sabine Wren, and then we defeat the small Sabine, and then we just claim because this thing can't be attacked. Sure, that's GG. Great, we got it. This game was just a bunch of us playing units and our opponent doing a whole lot of nothing. It's kind of how that worked. GG. Alrighty. Game 1 was an exciting one, no doubt. Let's see what we've got here. I think I'll keep this. And I think we will resource the HERA. And I'll resource the Sabine's Masterpiece. I'm going to pass. I think we're so, oh man, the Sabine's Masterpiece would have been good. I think we're so behind in terms of, wow, that's a lot of Sabines. Deck, strength in the early game that I think passing is just the thing that we need to be doing here. Let's go with an attack with Sabine here. And then they've got Crafty Smugs, which they'll deal 1 to the Sabine. We will go ahead and play our Ezra. They can Tarkin Town if they want. They will. We'll claim. We've got Resupply, Sindari Peacekeeper. I mean, I think what I'll do is just play out Kanan and then see what I can do with this Ezra. If I can keep kind of... Ooh, okay. We'll deal 1 to Kanan, and if they just want to trade, that's fine. Okay, they will trade. I will go ahead and get an attack in with the Ezra. And then we're just going to claim. And I think I will ECL out this Sabine, which is a little bit awkward to deal with this Crafty Smuggler. Yeah, I think I will do just that. Might be a little bit odd, but yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to trigger ambush and knock out the Crafty Smuggler. Just get it out. We need to stop taking a little bit of damage here. They have Bosk. Ugh. Sometimes you just get absolutely... Ooh. That was I like what they decided to do there. Yep, we'll take one here. We'll just hit the boss, and then we'll place Sundari Peacekeeper. My opponent, really nice curve on their side of the board, and we're going to have to start struggling up against my opponent's units here. We've got a Gunji here, which I do like. The question is, do I want Protect the Pod or Command? I think I'll just resource the Protect the Pod and then kind of rely on this command to knock out the Strike Ship. But I don't really know. They got Bazine here, so they can take away the command if they would like. Which is really, really nice for them. Or they could take the Kelleran back, but I think they're taking the command. Protect the Pod is great. We can knock out the Strike Ship now. So we drew into the Protect the Pod. Seems pretty good to me. And then I think here we will just knock out Bazine. They can kill off the Sundari Peacekeeper, but they could have done this so anyways. We can go Gunji. We can deploy HERA. And then we can hit the Cad Bane and give an experience over to Gunji. Seems reasonable to me. Timely into the resource. We got Kelleran back this turn. I mean, honestly, we've been fighting up against my opponent's pretty nice start to the game. Okay, they're going to knock out the HERA. Interesting. They're playing a little bit more controlling than I would have thought they would be. I feel like they're the aggressors in this matchup. That's at least my initial feeling. Forlom, huh? Okay. And we're going to play Kelleran back, and I will grab the Sabine's Masterpiece. I mean, Sabine's Masterpiece looks pretty good here. Sabine's Masterpiece is captured. All right. Let's go ahead and resource the Battlefield Marine. And I suppose here what we'll do is just... I'm just going to ignore. I'm just going to hit base. I'm going to hit base for 3 with Gunji. They got Zuckuss, huh? Ooh, Zuckuss is good. Zuckuss is good. Let's go ahead and... what do I want to do here? I suppose we go command and we go 2 experience, return a unit, and I'll just return the Kanan to play out Kanan this turn. And they can go ahead and knock out the Gunji, right? They get the shield gone. Hotshot Blaster. Sure. Let's pass. Another timely. That's a pretty good one. Really weak hand right now, but, you know, sometimes that happens. No good to me dead. All right, let's go timely Ezra. Just knock out their unit. Seems pretty good to me. Cad Bane, yoink what? The Kanan? Sure. I'm going to put this pilot onto my Sabine's Masterpiece. Ghost and Ghost. All right. All right. I was waiting for the Cad Bane to show up. My opponent's got the Relentless Pursuit. You know, not every deck's running this. They're a lot more interactive than most Cad Banes generally in this game. Let's see. We will rescue the Kanan. I'll let them draw a couple of cards, because what's going to happen here is I'm going to be able to go attack with Sabine's Masterpiece and then heal. Oh, wait. I totally messed that up. Whatever. I meant to heal my own base, but I healed their base. Oh, man. All right. We're going to take some damage here. That's fine. We're going to have the Ghost, and the Ghost is going to be able to... No, it's not even going to be able to protect us. All right. What do we want to do here? Ooh. I mean, we can timely out the Ghost. But that's not going to work. Do we just claim? What options do we have? Devastator was a really nice one. Oh, man. If we had healed, it would have been enough, because Cad Bane wouldn't have been lethal. And we could put up the Ghost and get a Sentinel down. What options do I have? I don't know if I have many options. I think with that one action we lost, because I misclicked. I think it's GG. I don't have an answer to that, but you know what? We battled, and that was a close game for one of the better decks in the format. You know, guys, sometimes you're just trying to play your little Spectre deck, and you got Tarkin Town, Hard Control. Like, I mean, you know, it's just me. No, okay, good. Let's play Sabine. Hopefully we draw. Oh, maybe I should have gone with Sabine's Masterpiece or Battle for Me in case I drew Sabine's Masterpiece. All right. I guess not a horrible pickup here. Let's go with the attack in for 3. They can Tarkin Town if they'd like. We're going to drop a Sundari Peacekeeper. Ooh, Wing Leader is good. That is a good card. Man, if we had the Sabine's Masterpiece, it would have been so good for us. See if they decide to hit our Sundari Peacekeeper or if they decide to go with something else. They do decide to go with the Sundari Peacekeeper. All right. What do I want to do here? Resource the Sabine. We'll get in for 3. Man, I was really hoping for a space unit here. Ghost is going to be good if I happen to pick up a Ghost. Small Ghost, that is. Big Ghost is probably going to be a little bit too late in the game. They're going to knock out the Sundari Peacekeeper. They're going to deal 1 and then Tarkin Town. And it's kind of what I thought they were going to do, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see what they've got here. They're putting in a lot of pressure. Oh, man, Sabine's Masterpiece was so good, man. This so good. This is a lot of damage, right? It's a lot of damage. And we're not going to really be able to keep up because the Sundari Peacekeeper is going to go. We're going to lose our Restoration, and that's going to be a little bit rough. ECL is going to be weak unless we draw a space unit. We do have a lot of space units. Again, Sabine's Masterpiece would be incredible because we're going to have a blue, a red, and a green unit right now, which means if it attacks, ooh, it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Let's go with Gunji here. They can use the Tarkin Town / Luke, or they can just take initiative. Doesn't really matter. Guys, Sabine's Masterpiece, if we happen to draw it, we can ambush, kill Red 5 and Wing Leader, and still have the Sabine's Masterpiece left behind. That's crazy, by the way. They're taking out Gunji? Why are they taking out Gunji? What's the point of taking out Gunji? Why do they daring raid Gunji? That seems like the oddest one of them all. Because that is just... Oh, we got it. Oh, yes. All right, that's what I was looking for. All right, ECL, Sabine's Masterpiece, trigger. We will hit the red 5. We'll heal 2, give an experience, deal 1. Boom. Incredible. Incredible. That was an incredible play. Then we have Spark of Rebellion to even follow that up, so that's great as well. Hopefully they don't just immediately play something. That was a clutch draw. That definitely shifted the game. I would have thought they were going to go for the Sundari Peacekeeper just for the restoration purposes, but, you know, what do I know? Let's see. They're going to deal 4, defeat upgrades? Or are they going to ready up a unit? Defeat upgrades. Okay, so they essentially just take out 2 units here, and then we'll just get in some damage. I think if they just attacked and then readied it up, it would have been better than what they did. But you know what? What do I know? What do I know? We'll go Spark of Rebellion. They got red 5. I mean, I guess we'll take a red 5. They can pilot Luke on, which is going to be kind of obnoxious, but nothing much you could do. Timely is good, but not exactly a great couple of draws here for this particular turn here. Gonna be rough because they're gonna start knocking out units and they're gonna get in damage. So I think we probably lost. We really needed to have something big this turn. Man, Protect the Paw would have been great earlier. Yep, here comes the attacks. What do I even do here? I attack and then I just have to claim because they're gonna hit me for 9. Oh, brutal. Brutal. Wing Leader is that just put so much pressure on us. Our hand was a little bit awkward. We had a lot of early plays, but our deck's not really designed to be fighting against all space decks like this. Even though Sabine's Masterpiece was amazing, by the way, in that particular situation. we tend to need to have a little bit of ground units that we can interact with them with ECL a little bit early on. And that wasn't the case. Oof. All right, into another controlling matchup. Probably not crazy, though. Usually these decks are going to want to drop in, and we'll keep this. Usually they're going to want to drop in a little bit of value along the way to start getting up their units and pumping them up like crazy. Owen, huh? They're going to be looking for some force. Double Owen to double trigger and draw 2. They grabbed Anakin and Darth Vader. That was awesome. Great pickup there. That was sick, to be honest. Let's just go ahead and get in an attack for 2. And then I think we're just going to be playing units. That was awesome. Love the double Owen on turn 1 to draw 2 cards. I wonder how many force units they're playing. I should have played the Sadari Peacekeeper first. That was a little bit silly. I was thinking they were going to attack Gunji, but that shouldn't have changed my, kind of thought. Merciless Contest, they're going to be able to draw 2 again. They drew Maul and Anakin. Wow, they have a lot of value in their hand. That's a lot of force units. I don't know. I think we're just lost. Anakin's going to be a rough one. Yeah. They've got... Okay. They're getting a little old, guys. I mean, it'll be interesting when rotation happens, to be honest, because one of the things is that like all these removals that that decks are typically playing these days is there's only gonna be a lot less in the game for sure. Power of the Dark Side and Merciless Contest is just some of the cheaper ones, but yeah, just in general. Oh my gosh. I think Protect the Pod's gonna be kind of useless in this game. Oh my goodness. I mean, they have Maul and Darth Vader in their hand. I mean, do they have a... Okay. Let's claim. Okay. Sabine Wren's not bad. I do like Sabine. Because I can play Sabine without her dying immediately. Because she can't be attacked. So she's essentially hidden. Man, we got power, merciless, no glory. Ugh. Guys, someone save me. Okay, this is the second game now. Amongst the other 2 Tarkentown decks. Just let me play my HERA in peace. I just want to hang out. It's a good time, guys. It's a good time. All right, let's go with Ezra. They could have Super Laser Blast. They probably have Super Laser Blast. I would expect them to have Super Laser Blast. So I'm just going to go ahead and claim initiative here. Sabine Wren, resourced. Let's go with Ezra, attack, give an experience over to Sabine, I guess. It doesn't really matter. But timely, what? Vader? Yeah, brutal. Didn't see them draw. I assume Vader was the big Vader, but I think maybe I read that wrong earlier. Double shielded on the Ghost, attack the Ezra. Yep. Seems good. Let's just go with... Wow, this is kind of brutal, huh? Yeah, we have... discard the top. We hit a Kanan. Great. We'll deal 2 to the Thrawn. We have to get rid of the Darth Vader, otherwise we just lose our Sabine for free. Next turn, just by attacking the base. We're going to go play Kelleran back here. We'll grab a Kanan. Not a bad pickup here. I can deploy HERA. But again, if they have Super Laser Blast, I don't think we can win. I don't know. Maybe... Nah, the way they're playing, they're attacking units, which makes me think they don't have Super Laser Blast, or that they're baiting me in for Super Laser Blast, but either way, we kind of have to play around Super Laser Blast, otherwise we guarantee lose. Spark is a nice one. Spark is a nice one, but yeah, let's discard the top card. It's a blue leader. I don't think we can play Spark immediately because they have so many ambushers. No matter what we do, our units are going to die, essentially, is the way we have to think about this. Okay, let's go with a Kanan. And then we'll play Sundari Peacekeeper, and then we'll play Spark. We still have the Hero deploy, by the way. Night Sister Warrior, Darth Vader. Okay. We're just going to hope they don't have Timely. I mean, Timely is just a dumb card, guys. Timely Vader is just dumb. It is what it is. It is what it is. Spark. That is a million different Anakins, by the way. That is a million different Anakins. We will get rid of the Vader. Let's deploy Hera. Let's attack and give an experience over to Sabine. And then let's pass. The reason I'm doing this is because they don't have Super Laser Blast. They have to deal with a lot of different things. It'd be tough for them to deal with multiple things in a single turn here. And I think I'm happy with that. So now what I can do is essentially attack in with Hera. Well, what do I want to do here? Because they have Maul. Yeah, let's attack in with Hera. Give an experience token over to Kanan. So now they're incentivized to kill Kanan. And then we can ECL out. Or Timely. What do they draw? Another Vader? That'd be crazy if they drew another Vader. The third Vader. And then Timely Anakin, I guess, is another option. Timely Anakin. Okay. So what are they going to be doing? Knocking out Hera? Okay. Let's go with Command, and we'll give 2 experience over to Kanan, and we will return, I guess, Keller and Beck from the discard pile. Yep. Trigger. Knock out an overwhelming barrage. Yaddle's in the discard pile. Oh man, that's so brutal, actually. Yaddle in the discard pile. So brutal. Because now they have supercharged Anakins, and they have a million Anakins. There's no doubt. All right, here come the Anakins. Here come the Anakins. It's interesting. They don't even have a Thrawn deck, really. Like, they have a Thrawn deck, but they only have Owen and Night Sister Warrior that they've played with when defeated triggers. They're kind of just playing like a worse command vigilance villainy deck, which is kind of funny. But hey, you know what? That can sometimes do some work. So I don't blame them at all. I don't blame them at all. I mean, we put on damage to their base. There's no doubt about it. We're gonna go Kelleran back here. Ooh, the Ghost is nice. The Ghost is nice. I will grab the Ghost. That's a lethal unit in space. So now we have 2 lethal units on board. My opponent's got a lot to think about here. Now they can play an Anakin. They've already used, what, 2 Timelies? They have 2 Timelies down. They have... If they have, like, Timely Anakin, they could probably live. No, Timely Anakin, that would be 8 resources. They'd have, like, Timely Anakin plus Power of the Dark Side. Or Merciless Contest, I suppose. They probably have Power of the Dark Side or Merciless Contest. So that's probably not a concern. I mean, we can command back the Kelleran Beck and keep on doing it, I guess. What have we resourced here? We haven't resourced another Kelleran Beck. We've only played the one. So we'll see what my opponent's got, I guess. These controlling decks, they're trying up against us here. They have the 3rd Timely. Wow. And Timely Luke. Wow. That's incredible. So they had the 3rd Timely. And they had a Luke. But I don't think... No, this does get them out of the water. Because they would knock out Kelleran Beck. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to attack in with HERA first. And hopefully they don't have a removal. OB doesn't do it. Oh, wait, does do it. Oh, man. OB is so brutal, guys. Yeah, I don't think we can win anymore. I could go Sabine's Masterpiece. They have removal. Oh, they had the last timely. Oh, they drew all 3 timelies, man. Nothing you can do about that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and claim initiative. I can't ECL it out Caloran Beck, by the way. Otherwise, I would have ECL'd out to kill the Anakin. Yep, I'm just gonna kill my Sabine's Masterpiece. Yep. Not a surprise there. I mean, we can keep all these cards in our hand. It doesn't really matter what we do in this spot. They've got Eager Escort Fighter, huh? Sorry, Peacekeeper. They can knock that one out. I mean, we're just gonna play units. Yeah. They got it. We don't have any answers for this. GG. All right, into our final game, guys. I was just up against this Obi-Wan blue. We got so destroyed, and I wish I had the recording because it was so brutal. It was so brutal. I mean, they had like the perfect hand. It was like Yaddle, General's Blade into Gunji on the turn. It was incredible. Okay, it was incredible. But I don't have the recording because for some reason, whenever I hit spacebar on my keyboard, it's not some reason. OBS, when you click into it, when you hit spacebar, you've already clicked stop recording. It triggers the little recording thing, and it stopped recording. And I'm so upset because it was honestly so brutally disgusting at how crazy we got dominated that I wish I could have showed you all. It was fun. It was a fun one to watch. Let's go ahead and claim initiative here. They've got Anakin's Interceptor. We will go ahead and I guess see what we've got here on the next turn. I like the Kanan play, so I think I'll just resource the Gunji. And I think what I'll do here is attack and give an experience token over to Battlefield Marine so I can knock out the Jedi Consular afterwards. Hopefully they don't have like a blue leader or whatever. Guys, what are we doing here? What are we even doing here, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hello. Why is every game like this? Why? All right. Let's see it. What are you going to do, opponent? Okay. They'll heal our unit. Sure. They've got a Kiadi Mundi that draws them no cards. We will claim initiative, and we'll see what they've got as a follow-up. Hopefully no force throw. I mean, Spark could be okay, but I think we just got to get down this Ghost. Man, what could they have? They could have a lot. I'm going to deploy HERA. Yes. Great. I don't even think that's that bad for us, to be honest. I mean, my opponent, yeah, I guess they killed my my thing, but I mean, like, they're playing Kit Fisto, man. I mean, who cares? Like, who even cares? Sure, kill my units. I'm totally okay with it, to be honest. Ezra was a great pickup. They got a Kelleran Beck of their own. Grab a Jedi in hiding. We're going to get a shield token over on our Ezra, which is nice. Let's pass. Phantom 2, huh? Can we dock this thing? Can we dock it? That's my dream. That's my actual dream. Okay. I mean, I think we'll just attack into the Obi-Wan. That's a lot of Obi-Wan. That's 2 Obi-Wans now. Someone should stop this guy. Really, they should be stopped. Oh, Kit Fisto has Saboteur. I'm surprised they didn't just Like, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just go through and kill my shielded units. Let's attack with the ghost and get a shield token on the other ghost. So I can get a sentinel. Now we're all shielded up. Cool. I mean, this is a sentinel. So now, I mean, I guess I spark. Oh, yeah. We'll take out the blue leader. They can Neiman strike here, which is fine, because now we can just kill off their play here with the Keller and back. We'll just knock out their Keller and back. And I'm pretty happy with that. Ooh, Yoda's lightsaber, huh? Jeez, that's a really bad situation for us. What is this? This is 11 damage. And then this is +3, so it's not quite enough, huh? All right. I mean, they'll hit for 5. Oh my gosh. They're not going to win. Oh my gosh, we got 1 HP. Yes, we did it. Oh my gosh, we did it. That requires a sit back up, guys. It requires me to sit back up. We actually got there. Wow. I was like, dang, hopefully they don't have something like a blue leader here. Then they had exactly blue leader on that. And that was a fun match, to be honest. It wasn't too crazy, but it was just every single thing that we did today. It was like, oof, we had to battle. We had to battle today, okay? All right, so what did we learn with HERA? Well, it was a ton of fun. And to be honest, these types of decks, like the other day I played the Bow Mandos. These types of decks are just incredibly fun for me. You know, playing the synergistic tribe and going to town. And I wish this game actually supported this strategy. It just doesn't. It just doesn't work whatsoever. Playing cards like Ezra, even though he's a great addition, and we didn't get to see like an ECL Ezra any game because these days 3 toughness is like non-existent. It's almost always like 4 or 5 toughness that you have to deal with on turn 1, which makes the ECL Ezra in the early game kind of mediocre. But cards like Ezra, where you're playing a unit and you're trying to pass out experience tokens and build up your board or like get value, it just doesn't really function. Like, we see Ezra in the meta, but that's mainly because of just him being a 3/5 force unit that now gets to be played on turn 1 as a 3/3 force unit in Han decks. That's basically the reason Ezra is played. It's not for, some sort of Spectre or Rebel synergy or any sort of giving experience tokens out. Really, like in some cases you could put experience on your Ogdo, but like that's not really what he's for. And I think that type of like thought is what perfectly describes these, synergy decks, like the Spectres or like the Bo-Katan Mandalorians that I played the other day. I mean, think about just like what HERA does. HERA's whole gimmick is that, I can play Sabine and the other Sabine and Ezra and Kanan in a deck that typically can't play those aspects, right? But what does she do when she comes down? Is a 4/6 that gives experience token to another unique unit on attack. Like, again, it's building up all these other units, and she starts at such a poor base stat that it's like, oh man. Or even like Phantom 2, you're trying to attach to units. It's like, oh man. All of the things that the Spectres want to do really rely on other Spectre units on the board, and that's just hard to come by these days. People got Power of the Dark Sides, Merciless Contest, No Glory, Super Laser Blast, and then on the flip side they got Tarkin Towns and Direct Damage, or they just have bigger units than you do, and that makes it a little bit tricky. And it applies to every deck like this. Like I said, Bo-Katan Mandalorians was the same way. But there's something charming about these lists, something fun, something engaging, and something that I just always come back to, It's just fun to play. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all for the next one.